Hey everybody, Blue here, and I thought it'd be a good idea to make a lightning combo instruction video for people who want to learn how to play as lightning because you got a new DLC, or people who haven't played the game in a while and have kind of forgotten how to do this, or people who just want to learn how to deal with it. Anyways, we're going to start off with lightning in Ravager mode, since that's how all of our combos start, and it's a major part of her gameplay, considering how she has two modes where she does melee attacks. Well, she only has like 3 melee attacks: her dash attack, her forward brave, and her neutral brave, and then her magic stance, where you can do a bevy of different magic spells that all have a different purpose. Now, before we get into this, I just want to mention the reason why I said she only has 3 moves in this is because her air moves are the same as her ground moves in Commander stance, also known as her melee stance. They're basically the exact same thing in the air and on the ground. They're considered different moves, but they're the same thing. Anyways, let's get started. She's known more for comboing in the air, but she can also combo on the ground with fire. As you can see here, fire stuns the opponent for a second. It's only a second though, so you have to be very fast to combo with it. Also, they have to be on the ground because if they're hit in the air, they'll start falling down, and then the combo might be broken because the other fires may miss. Anyways, you just gotta dash at them, and then do a dash attack into a neutral bravery or a forward bravery if the wall is far away. You don't have to do the dash attack, but it's free damage, and the dash attack is actually pretty good at tracking compared to other characters' dash attacks, so like, why not? It's like a couple extra points of damage, so you might as well do it. Now you'll notice something. I did 53 damage there with the dash attack. Here, I'll do it again so you guys can see a little better. 53 along with 112 for every single fire. Now if I do the dash attack alone, it does 80. That's another thing I should have mentioned at the start of this little weird tutorial I'm doing. But once you do a combo, a true combo that the opponent cannot break out of, you do a lot less damage because that's game balancing for you, baby. Okay, so now you know how to do ground combos. You need to be on the ground with fire against the opponent who's also on the ground. Now let's talk about our air combos. So we got arrow here. It doesn't go very far. It goes slightly under 3 rings on the mini-map. If you look to the right of the screen there, there's a mini-map there. If I shoot right here, as you can see, it just barely goes far enough to not reach the 3rd ring. Here we go again, one more time. As you can see, it's more like 2.5, 2.3 rings. The general rule if I'm using arrow and combos is that if you're dashing them by the time the projectile actually hits them, you're good. Another thing to keep in mind while using arrow is the pop-up effect of the final hit of arrow. Watch how high Noctis goes here. We'll use that bravery condo to indicate the maximum height of being attacked by arrow. As you can see, it's two jumps high. That's pretty high to keep in mind when using this thing. And there's no way to actually jump after arrow in time to correct your elevation should you use arrow before you use your second jump. So you kind of have to like think ahead if you're using arrow. If they get by the second hit, will it pop them up high enough for me to be at the correct elevation to actually continue the combo with? Let's try. See if I can actually get it on my first try. There we go. Nice. I still got at least a little bit of skill when it comes to this game. No, but if I do from here and I try to get the combo off, oh, he didn't pop up that time. Again, that's another thing. It sometimes doesn't pop them up. As you can see, I was too low and the dash attack didn't actually connect due to the height difference between me and Noctis after he got popped up. And another thing, because I have to be closer to the center of arrow for the pop-ups to actually work, sometimes it doesn't work because if you notice, you'll see that the first part of arrow when it hits them multiple times actually pushes the enemy back a little bit. It's hard to notice. Here, I'll slow down the footage right here. Maybe it'll make it easier. Each hit makes Noctis lean back, and each time he leans back, he goes back just a little bit further, which can sometimes lead the enemy to falling out of arrow before the final hit actually lands. And before we end up with arrow, before we sign off with arrow, there's another thing to be aware of. Its pop-up is really weird around edges or walls because it doesn't actually wall rush, it just bounces off the walls and it lowers the total elevation the person goes off. So if a person's back is facing a wall, do not go up too high, do not double jump. You can jump once maybe, and that should be good enough for pretty much any situation where you use arrow when an opponent's near a wall. Our last tech to go over is Blizzard. It can be used either at a distance or up close. Personally, I find the up close version to be a lot more consistent than the one at a distance because you have to be dashing at the opponent by the time the Blizzard pulls them in, as Blizzard can pull people in if they're at a distance. So we have Ramza here. He's a bit far away. If I cast right about here, you'll see he's getting pulled towards the Blizzard. I missed the Commando attack, but that was just more of a demonstration to show you that Blizzard can pull people in. But it does work if you're there in time. I barely got there in time, just like those final frames where you can actually hit them before they can jump out of your combo. But it does work. Anyways, for Blizzard, when you're up close and you want to try to get a Ravager combo, I recommend being above the person, maybe on a ledge like we are here, or dashing in the air, because that's how you get your dash attack for Commando to actually land. I'll show you what I mean right here. Most of the combos before we've seen have been like this. I've been dashing directly at the opponent by holding R1 by itself, which makes me automatically target whatever I'm targeting and dash directly at it. Now, the problem with using that in Blizzard up and close is that, well, my dash stops before I can get close to the opponent. And with the timing Blizzard has, it's a little bit odd if there's no wall to catch the opponent with. Alright, so here in open space, we're going to shoot Ramza with the Blizzard attack. I'm going to try to attack him immediately. As you can see, due to the way the neutral dash actually works, I ended up missing the attack. But if I'm already at the elevation I need to be and the attack lands, it's a lot easier to land that Commando dash attack and then continue my combo. It's a little odd to follow along with because I'm saying dash so much, but I'll try to explain it more simply here. So big jump, jump twice, Blizzard, dash in random direction, dash attack with Commando, and then continue the combo from there. I'll do it again. Double jump, Blizzard, dash, Commando, dash attack, combo. There you go. That's the standard Ravager procedure with Blizzard if you're up close. Now if you're at a distance, this is where things get a little dicey. Blizzard only stays active for about 3 seconds, which is not a lot of time to actually hit somebody with it, and if anybody else touches it, it's gone. So if somebody dashing by hits it, your intended target might not actually get hit by Blizzard. Not only that, they'll become aware of being pulled away, because if someone's taking your controls away from you when you're doing anything in life, you'll notice immediately. Anyways, so here we are with Bartz. He's getting pulled towards it. That's not what I wanted to get pulled with. Perfect example of what I just meant. Okay. I'm going to throw it out and hopefully it'll actually connect. Here we go. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. Whew, that took me so many attempts, you guys don't even understand. Not only do you need to be aware of how high up Blizzard actually pops up opponents on the final hit of Blizzard, aka the second hit, but you also need to be aware of how high up will the opponent be by the time I actually get into range to actually hit them with Commando. Will I be able to hit them with Commando without them escaping? And will it be a true combo? So here we go again. You basically want to be 2 jumps up in the air, just like with Arrow, but you have to be dashing at the opponent at a certain distance. The maximum distance of Blizzard is about 2 rings, so it's kind of similar to the maximum distance of Arrow. You want to be about 2.5 rings away when you cast it to pull them in, and then you want to be dashing at them. Though if you're actually at 2.5 rings, it won't explode on the opponent. It'll be too far away if they don't walk into it. So you just want to be a little bit closer than that, just like with Arrow. And you have to be dashing at them already. You can't use the automatic dash because 90% of the time it misses in my experience. Also, it tries to correct your elevation by making you dash upward or downward if the opponent is above or below you. As you can see here, it dashes me slightly at a downward angle, which will make you lose time. And with how little time you have, how precise this Blizzard effect is, when you're this far away from the opponent, you don't have time to go up or down. You must be in the correct position by the time the enemy explodes, or you're not getting that bravery attack combo with Commando. Not to mention you need to compensate for walls and the direction the opponent gets blasted off away to. For example, in that attack, they got blasted backwards from where I aimed towards the wall, but they didn't hit the wall, so I didn't get the combo off because I thought he was going to hit the wall. It takes a lot of thinking to get this shit working, to say the least. That time he blasted to the left. Which way did he go this time? To the right. It's not consistent in certain ways. So you have to be dashing above them by the time they explode to compensate for the fact that they can explode in any direction. And you can't predict which one, you know? I would say if you can't use Arrow, that's when you use Blizzard. But if you can use Arrow, please try to use that instead. It's a lot more consistent, even if it is a little inconsistent with the explosion at the end, than the Blizzard into Commando combo. Anyways, to end this video off, let's review what we learned today. For on the ground, fire! Then rush up and use any attack you want. Pretty simple. Arrow goes about 2.3 radius rings, but you're probably better off getting a little bit closer and then firing it off and moving forward. Blizzard, best to use if you're really close and above them, better than arrow at close range, harder than arrow at long range, but still an option at close range, unlike arrow. That's really all to say. Make sure to remember which ability to use, and depending on where you are and where the opponent is. And there's actually one combo that's even truer than all of these, and that's teamwork. As you can see in this clip here, teamwork gets you the victory, which is what matters at the end of the day, none of this combo stuff. Yes, combos are very important part of Lightning's moveset, but they are not the main thing you should be doing as an assassin. That's something else I could tell you about another day. Or if you have a question, leave a comment below and I'll try to answer it. I'm Blue. Hopefully this makes Lightning an easier character to fight or to play against, and helps you understand what moves to use or what moves to look out for whenever you're caught into one of these situations with the magic. I'll see you guys next time on Blue the Hedgehog. Stay safe, don't eat your mom, and I hope you're enjoying the new outro style with Period Persona 4 being our outro song. Hit it!